Alright, so hello everybody, welcome to another Warframe video, and Baro has come once again and on PCs on the Strata Relay on Earth. Now this time around he brought two new items. The first one is the ASRA or ASRA Luxxum ornament, which is a decoration for your landing craft, and the second one is also a decoration for your landing craft, and it is the Puspa Luxxum ornament. Then he brought a bunch of primed mods, so we have primed reach for plus 165% bonus range on melee weapons, primed continuity for plus 55% ability duration for warframes, primed quick draw for 88% bonus reload speed on pistols, then primed fever strike for 165% bonus toxin damage on rifles, primed heated charge for 165 bonus heat damage on pistols, and finally primed cry rounds for plus 165% bonus core damage on rifles. Then he once again brought the Day of the Dead stuff, so we have the Wizard Day of the Dead Kavat armor, which is in my eyes the best Kavat armor in the game. I mean, the combination of the cute boots and the amazing hat is absolutely brilliant. Next up we have the Dark Sword Day of the Dead skin. Now I don't actually have the Dark Sword because it's pretty terrible, but I do have the Dark Split Sword, which uses the Dark Sword and the Dark Dagger and it combines them into one, and it has its own Day of the Dead skin, so you can see what the sword skin looks like here. And the final item from the collection is the Dredge Day of the Dead skin, which looks absolutely fabulous. And I think it's worth mentioning that this skin's over the bow as well as the quiver, so the quiver has its own Day of the Dead theme as well. Moving on from there, we have the Prisma variant of the Gorgon. The mastery requirement is a bit high, it's at 11, but it's definitely worth a buy because it has a good 30% crit chance, a 2.3 times crit multi, and it has 15% status. Now the downsides here though are that it does mostly impact, which is not that great, and it has a pretty long 3-second reload. Next on the menu, we have two melee weapons, and I don't think it's really worth talking about them right now because the second phase of Melee 3.0 is right around the corner, and that's gonna rebalance all the melee weapons, so neither the Prisma Scana nor the Prova Vando are what they are going to be once the second phase of Melee 3.0 hits, so buy at your own risk. Following that, we have the Tausan skin for the Gorgon, and this is an alright skin. It gives it a different kind of look, but you know, it's a Tausan skin, they all look very similar. Then he once again brought the Ampu staff skin, which is a pretty decent looking skin for all your staves, and it kind of has a Baro vibe to it. It goes really well with all the other Teer cosmetics. And he also brought the Ampu Gatra, which is just a small cosmetic accessory for your melee weapons that will sort of dangle off the handle or both handles if you're dual wielding, and it can be colored separately to the melee weapon. After that, we have two skins from my favorite skin collection, the Elixir collection, starting off with the Sonicor Elixir skin, which looks absolutely fantastic. And the second one is the Opticor Elixir skin, which looks just as good, if not a little bit better. Every single one of the Elixir skins is just an absolute treat. Then he once again brought a full set of the original Teer armor, so we have the chest plate as well as the shoulder plates and the leg plates, and this is a cool looking set. It's just that it's kind of hard to mix it in with other stuff because it's very pointy, I suppose, though the shoulder plates look fantastic on the Vobam Prime. Next up, we have the Dredge Desert-camo skin, which I think actually looks really good on the Dredge. I think it suits it really well. And it's not overly expensive either, it's 225 ducats and 150,000 credits. Following that, we have the Teer earpiece as well as the solo version of the Teer earpiece, and these are the same thing, it's just that the solo one is for one ear and the normal one is for both ears. So here's what changing the primary color does. And unfortunately, the secondary color doesn't do an awful lot for this one. Then he once again brought the Orokin Tower extraction scene, which is a Captura scene, and it's the final room in the Void. It doesn't have any of the side rooms though, so it's just the final room. Then there is the Teer DX Donna, which is a slightly fancier version of the standard Teer Donna, and this is just a solid Donna. I particularly like the physics on this Donna. They're pretty crazy. And we're slowing it in the end with a 3-day credit booster. Now, this isn't necessarily worth buying from Baro. It's far better if you just sell your prime junk for platinum and then you buy it from the market. And the final item is, as always, the Sons of Inaros questline blueprint, which is the item you need if you want to get the Inaros Warframe. Now, as far as my recommendation this time around, I would go for primed continuity as a #1 pick because it's just too useful and it has a big impact, especially on certain builds. Then I would actually get primed reach, especially since it's kind of getting normalized with the second phase of Melee 3.0. And then I would get primed heated charge, follow that up with primed fever strike, and top it off with primed cryo rounds. So that's how I would buy them, knowing what I know now. But then again, this is just my personal recommendation, so if you want to go for the swag and cosmetics first, go right ahead. And that is pretty much it for Baro this week, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.